So I have been using this laptop a little bit, but I did see some issues pop up. One was with the installations. I could not get one software installed without disabling some security that is admittedly annoying, at least when compared to Windows 10. Windows 10 just gives you a pop-up and you can say yes or no. Windows 11 though, if it does not know the program, you can simply not install it. So that was one issue. The other one is actually responsiveness. So if I right click, it does not open immediately, as one would maybe expect. The same goes with Windows. It does not open immediately. It lags a little bit. Now I have used the Windows utility to de-bloat Windows 11. It's made by Chris Tech and it does seem to do a good job. Now I'm still left with 80 background processes, which in my opinion is a lot. But that is also because I have installed a bunch of stuff, but most of it is also because this is a laptop and it has extra services. But what I want to check is if the responsiveness will be any better if I install a second stick of memory. And I will use this mini PC that I have already opened, or at least unscrewed the screws, and use these two memory sticks. So that's what we'll be doing in this DIY and tech video. Now let's get to it. So I have powered down the laptop. It only has 5 screws, so that should be the easy part. The hardest part is probably getting the top off. And I think these screws are captive screws, so they do stay in. And also I am using a guide from iFixit, so hopefully the guide is spot on and I will not have any, or at least a lot of issues. So the next step is getting the lid off, and you take a prying tool and put it on the back of the screw and between the Elitebook logo that is down here. Okay, so now the lid should be off. And it is nice. Now I do see I have the heatsink version. So this is the heatsink for the SSD and this is the heatsink for the memory. So I have to get below this section, but before I do anything I have to unplug the battery. So the battery is out. Now there is no potential of me shorting anything out. I guess this just pulls off. At least it did. So now I have to simply unclip the left and right. And what was inside? SK Hynix, 16 GB, but it was a part of a kit, I think. No, it does have 16 GB, so it just has 2 by 8 GB on each side. So I guess each model is 1 GB, but now I will actually replace this memory with 2 sticks. So I bought this stick, or these 2 sticks, back in 2024, and I do see they are just 16 GB in total. So I guess the comparison will be spot on when it comes to the size of the memory. So 16 gigabytes of memory has been installed, only now with 2 sticks. So I guess what I can do is open it halfway. But the question is, how will the mouse respond after everything loads up? So that will take a little bit. Okay, so I think most of this is loaded, at least it should be. Moment of truth, if I do a right click. Nope, still the same. Maybe this time it was even slower. Okay, now it... Nope, still slow. It's still not as snappy as one would expect when opening stuff. I mean, I guess it does get kind of fast once it's opened up. Let's see, right click. Right click is still slow though. Does that have to do something with animations? I honestly don't know. But it is strange, and it's something that I have experienced for the first time using a Windows 11 laptop. I do have a Windows 10 laptop that is quite old, but I think it's still snappier than this one, which is kind of strange. So that is why I wanted to first check if 2 memory sticks makes a difference on a Ryzen CPU. I know on desktop it does. In this case, it does not. And because of that, just to see if there is any difference, I think I will actually install Windows 10, do the same testing again. So once you make the changes into BIOS, when you enter it using the F10 key by spamming it, you then obviously confirm, you get the 4-digit PIN, you confirm the changes. If you then boot in as usual, it will just keep the USB drive, even though it is set as primary boot option. So this time supposedly it will work if I spam the F9 key. So let's see if that's the case. So the boot menu does show up, but when secure boot was enabled, it actually said that it did not authenticate or something similar. I disabled it and then it just booted into Windows. So this time I do want to see if it will boot from the drive, from this one. And it does. Okay. So I can now actually install Windows 10.
A few moments later.
So let's see, a completely fresh install of Windows 10. What happens when I right click? Instantaneous. This is definitely instantaneous and not what I saw in Windows 11. So as far as right clicking goes, Windows 11 is definitely slower than Windows 10. So that is something that I will have to look into, because Windows 10, while good, it's end of life, and I do plan on using this laptop for business purposes. So I do want to have more security. Now I'm back on a fresh Windows 11 install, and what you may notice is that the menu, the right click, is different, basically Windows 10 based, and it's a lot faster than it was before. You only need to make one change, it's in Windows registry, but you can do it using the terminal command. Now I have already done this, but what you have to do is type in reg add and then when you press enter, the changes will be applied, but you do need to restart the PC and once you do, the right click menu will change. And it is a lot faster than the new Windows 11 that comes by default. Now I still did not make any changes with the Windows utility, so I'll still have to do that. But I think I will make an update video once I have spent enough time using this laptop and Windows 11 on it. So if you want to see that video, subscribe to the channel. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.